Hi everyone, it's day 3 and well, the competition is really getting going now. We've had a crazy morning again today. We were shot round to the lake to see Lizette and Bianca, who'd had their second and third fish during the night, and we've got some great footage of the 22.5 kilo fish, which I think is the second biggest of the tournament so far. So let's have a look at that now. Hi everybody, it's day 3 and I'm with Lisette and Bianca on peg 9, and Lisette and Bianca have just had their second and third fish during the night, so we've just seen a wonderful 22.5 kilo fish. How are you feeling, girls?
Yeah, awesome and very blessed.
Over the moon. Yeah, very happy.
And earlier on in the night you had a 12.5 kilo common.
Yeah.
Nice fish also. We didn't see that one unfortunately because it was very late and we were sleeping, but that puts you into second place, I believe.
Yeah, we heard.
Yeah.
And you've got to be feeling over the moon with that.
Yes, very happy, and to be at this stage, like the WCC is a big, it's the biggest stage to be in. And then for the third time, and now in second place and running up, so
it sounds like a dream.
Yeah, it's a dream.
It sounds like a dream in the making again.
Yeah.
So we won't say too much yet, but it's obviously looking very good. How do you feel your chances are with the weather still as it is? It's very cold.
It is. In the night it's really cold. Yes, we had a cold night because we had going out early 2 times, and I think the water is probably only 8 degrees.
Wow.
So, but no worries.
Okay.
We like to work.
Yeah, and I know you don't want to say too much about the baits, but we know a couple of the fish have been caught on the Red-amo.
Yes.
Is there anything you do want to say about the baits at all?
Of course. We use the Red-amo, the big ones, the 26 mils.
Oh, the hardened hook baits?
The hardened hook baits, yes, because it's necessary. In this lake there's a lot of crayfish and aggressive tench and reams, and when you use the hardened baits you prevent
and you're avoiding the cats. There's been a lot of catfish caught. There was a pike caught yesterday. There's been lots of bream caught. So you're doing something very well. And well, long may it continue. I'm sure we're going to be back here again with some more fish. Okay. So good luck.
Cross our fingers, please. Thank you.
So we've also just caught up with Annie McGregor, Frank and Angel, the Spanish team that you remember we spoke to earlier in the week. We had an interesting chat with them about their times they're fishing before. They're now off the mark as well, and they've caught an absolutely stunning 20 kilo fish in the early hours this morning. I think it's probably the best looking fish of the tournament so far, but I'll let you decide. So it's day 3, we're in peg 50 with Andy, Frank and Angel. Well done, boys. Yeah. You're off the mark, you've got a cracking looking fish there. How are you feeling?
¿Cómo sientes?
Bien, bien, increíble. Ha sido nuestro primer pez y bueno, en verdad ha sido un pez muy importante porque hemos abierto el marcador y bueno, esperemos seguir aumentándolo.
Yeah, so what he said was it's an important fish because we've opened the door, we've started, and It's a good one. It was a big one.
Beautiful fish.
So now we just need to get.
And you texted me yesterday morning saying we found a fish, we've seen a fish, and now we're going to catch it.
Exactly.
And you were true to the word.
That's exactly what happened. I mean, you know, I sent you the message. It took us a while to find the fish, and I was out with a boat with Ángel. Ángel, ¿qué ha pasado cuando estuvimos mirando con el pez?
¿Antes de cogerlo o cuando le cogimos?
Para mirarla.
Para verlo, ¿no?
Sí, sí.
Pues nada, justamente fuimos con la barca buscando algún spot bonito y nos dimos de cara con un pez grande directos en nuestra cara. Por lo tanto, supimos la zona donde teníamos que pescar directo sí o sí.
Yeah, basically we were out in the boat just doing sort of our research work, looking for holes, as we said we would. And then the next thing, this head popped up, and I said, I think that's a fish. And he was like, oh my God, that's a big fish. That was a big mirror carp. And so we just turned around. We knew it was feeding on the spot. We just turned around, we put a rod on it, and the rest is history.
Okay, great. Well, we're not going to keep you too long because you need to get out there and find another one. But before you do, just tell us a bit about your bivvy.
Tenemos que hablar sobre nuestro bivvy, Fran.
Oh, ok. Súper grande, el modelo más grande que he visto en mi vida y súper cómodo porque ha llovido mucho y ahí dentro pues nos resguarda del viento porque ayer hizo bastante viento, agua y bueno, es increíble porque podemos estar, es muy social, podemos estar hablando y estando todos juntos.
He said it's the biggest bivvy he's ever seen. It's an interesting model, you know, not sure if they're on the market yet. It feels like we're sort of testing it. Lots of space, very social, it's windproof and it's rainproof. So obviously delighted to be in there and be protected when the elements are kicking us.
It's not a model I can see taking off. It must take a bit of time to set down and flat pack and set up, yeah? But it looks very comfortable, so. Anyway, good luck guys. I'm sure we'll be seeing you again. Good luck.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I hope you enjoyed seeing those stunning fish. As you can see, we've had a busy day so far, but we've taken the time out also. Nick and myself had a chat about the Hemp and Snails, which is a product we launched in the UK earlier this year and just recently in Europe. We've had a lot of questions about it, we always do. Some people really sing its praises, but we just thought we'd take a bit of time out to discuss it in more detail. So have a look.
Hi everyone, welcome to the banks of Madine again at the World Carp Classic 2015. I've decided to interview Daryl this time for our product focus today, mainly because it's a product that I think needs a bit more of a chat than the usual one, and that's on the Hemp and Snails. Not something I've used a huge amount, but Daryl's had a load of experience testing it as well, haven't you, Daryl? Yeah,
that's right, Nick. I've been fishing them now for probably nearly getting on for 2 years when we first introduced them, and initially we brought out a 4mm snail.
Okay, so you've got two different sizes.
Two sizes, a 4mm snail, which was the original, and you know, this was primarily designed for feeding in spod mixers, etc.
Yep.
And fishing for smaller specimens or fishing 2 or 3 on a hair.
So what sort of species would you use the smaller ones for?
I mean, this is perfect for roach fishing, it's perfect for barbel fishing, chub fishing, but as I said, I mean, we originally designed it in mind for a feeding point of view, and you know, loads of little snails in the spod mix, etc. A very natural looking kind of bait, and but you know, we evolved it a little bit. We fished 3 on a hair, we're catching decent sized barbel, decent sized chub, and also fishing on the float catching roach. So really, really versatile bait.
And something new.
And something very different and new, yeah, exactly.
Okay. So these are obviously the bigger ones, as it says specimen on the front. So how big are the snails in this jobby?
We say they're 14mm, but there's a bit of variance between 10 and probably 18.
QC the size of the
exactly,
snail,
exactly. Okay. So, but they're decent size, and as they are, they're specimen size. Perfect for fishing 1 on a hair or you know, single hook, etc. Perfect for carp fishing. A couple of the guys from the factory have been using them to good use on the local canal, and caught some absolutely cracking carp. Very old canal carp in the margins on a natural bait.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people will look at this and perhaps think, is that a gimmick? And I know there's been some recent press where that's been disproved, but obviously, you know, telling it truthfully, you've used it for 2 years, and has it always outfished everything else, or has it been something you've gone to when you've been struggling, or how have you used them?
As it always outfishes, it's always difficult to say, but it's certainly caught a lot of fish. In fact, only last week, as you mentioned, there was a feature in Angling Times where, as with a certain Martin bowler, and his first words was, yeah, I like it, but is it a gimmick? And you know, why does it catch? Well, it's all natural, it's cooked in a jar, so it's infused with all the hemp oils. and natural juices, and obviously then you've got the meaty juiciness of the snail as well. So,
so obviously you've got a combination of the natural aminos, which we all know, especially carp and barbel and that sort of grubbing around type fish loves, and then combine that with obviously the oil that we all know hemp creates and loves, and it's all good, as you say, because it's all cooked inside, it's all locked in.
Exactly.
So you've got a nice combo. It probably isn't just the snail, it's probably not just the hemp, but combined.
Combination of the both. I think you've got, you know, two ways. So it's fantastic.
Okay, great.
Mark Perkins also was fishing the Nationals on the Trent only the other weekend, and I think he won it. He won the whole event, which was a huge event, and I think he had 9 or 10 fish on there. So
on the bigger ones.
On the big ones, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So as a combination, definitely, obviously, you wouldn't need to pile them in by the ton.
No.
You know, so it's not a hugely expensive bait. It's more of a maybe a little tiny BVA bag's worth, or just a hook bait. And
on the 14 mil size, there's literally only you know, probably 20 baits, so hook baits only.
Yeah.
There's obviously a lot more in the 4 mil size, so for feeding. But yeah, it's hook bait only, and the hemp is
and because it's got sort of what was a living creature, unlike some of your or all of your particle, is it having to be preserved, or is this natural as well?
All natural, no preservatives whatsoever. So it's all cooked in the tin like our normal particles. So
that sterilises it.
No preservative at all.
Perfect. Okay, well, as I say, I know that they've done well. I know it's not just a gimmick, so definitely worth some people having a look at.
I would recommend. It's something that's definitely worth taking for most anglers as a change bait, or when something more natural is required. And yeah. Give them a go.
When you think how many snails they eat naturally, this has got to be an edge, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Well, thanks, Daryl. That's I'm sure opened a few people's eyes. Have a look at the Hemp and Snails.
So as you can see, it's been another really busy day for us. I hope you've enjoyed watching what we've brought you. We've got absolutely loads more to bring you throughout the course of the week, and I'm sure there's going to be lots more fish caught this evening. Don't forget the competition that we're running on the Hemp and Snails, and also if you've got any questions you want to ask us, anything at all, or anything to put towards the anglers, please feel free, get in touch. Details at the end of the video. Thanks again, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow.